UFC featherweight division fight. Well, this young man is a really accomplished submission specialist, and sometimes fighters get offended when you call them a specialist, but most people know what he's trying to do in there, and to this point, no one's really been able to stop him.
John, he will try to pull guard. Who pulls guard anymore in the UFC at this point? But he understands that for him to be successful, the fight has to be in the grappling, in the jiu-jitsu. If he's able to extend these jiu-jitsu exchanges, he is the guy that is generally going to win. He understands position. He understands going from point A to point B. He always is the one controlling the underhook. Always has the frame. Just a knowledge of jiu-jitsu that not many people can match.
And you can be sure as he makes this walk tonight, he's thinking about just how quickly he can get this fight to the ground and utilize those aforementioned high-level submission skills. All right, so here is Dustin Poirier making the walk for yet another big UFC spot here tonight. UFC 236 was his coming out party, DC. He ended Max Holloway's 13-fight winning streak, and in a near-perfect performance in a lot of respects, was able to realize a UFC interim lightweight title.
They say diamonds are forever, and so is Dustin Poirier. It seems like he's been here the whole time. We've seen this young man grow up in the UFC. We saw him at 145 pounds have a ton of success, but we've truly seen him come into his own as he's going up to lightweight. He's become a UFC interim champion, and he's beaten guys like Eddie Alvarez, Justin Gaethje, and Max Holloway. One of the best fighters at 155 is Dustin Poirier.
And with Dustin Poirier and Daniel Cormier, safe to say that Lafayette, Louisiana has made a pretty good UFC footprint over the last few years.
I love it.
Dustin Poirier back on the proving ground here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a jiu-jitsu fighter holding a professional record of 13 wins, no losses. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 146 pounds. Ilia Topuria! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a boxer, holding a professional record of 29 wins, 7 losses, and 1 no contest. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida, Dustin the Diamond Poirier! And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Dan Murgliata.
Dan Murgliata.
You ready? You ready? Let's go fight, guys.
All right, so here is Dustin Poirier as round 1 gets underway. He said in advance of this one, this is not a street fight. I've got to stay unemotional and not just try to hurt him. I got to be defensively responsible. Easier said than done for a fighter as gifted offensively as Dustin Poirier. Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by the coach.
Nice jab, follows it up with a nice right hand. Single collar tie now. Stuffs the... Hey, finally, and this might just be a matter of time.
Oh!
Wow. 3 minutes remain in the round. Well, he's in a compromising spot here, DC. You got to figure out a way to get back to your feet. Side control now. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
Oh, his opponent's squirming like a fish out of water now. The ground and pound is on point. This could very well be the beginning of the end.
This could be the beginning of the end. We've seen some really good ground and pound fighters. This young man is as good as any we've ever seen. Now into his mount.
Man, this is some serious ground and pound. He's trying to put this dude's head like through. Oh, looks like he's transitioned to an armbar.
You cannot stay in the guard of these great jiu-jitsu guys.
He's gonna attack armbar here.
Continuing to try to manipulate the head here. And he's out. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Oh, excellent pressure here from top position by Poirier. All right, operating inside the closed guard now. Poirier gets back up, back into his comfort zone.
Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
Sit down for him, buddy. That was perfect. Everything you threw out there backing up was landing. Your counter fighting is looking awesome.
All right, let us now look back at some of the highlights from that round, and there just aren't that many guys on this roster that can keep up this offensive wrestling pace over 15 or 25 minutes.
But he's one of those guys. He is one of those guys that's able to continuously take you down, even if you get up over and over. He has this ability to maintain that pace and pressure that he can wear his opponents down. That's why you see him get so many finishes as the fight progresses.
And he landed the right hand there. Bottom fighter trying to control posture, unable to do so.
And now he's in a lot of danger. He's got to.
This is a terrible position.
He's attacking armbar now.
You got to recognize that when a guy starts to put his feet on your hips, you got to move him off, and you got to cover. You can't be off to an angle.
Let's go. It's a warning.
Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. All right, working inside the closed guard now. This is no safe place against this opponent. Lands with the ground and pound. Strong bottom work here, staying busy. Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. Poirier's pass attempt denied. Working on a choke here, potentially. Then he's out. Well, you know, I don't like the gi very much, but I have an appreciation and a healthy one for these type of transitions.
You can tell he's been in a gi at some point in his life with the way that he moves so freely.
I'm skipping jiu-jitsu next week, too. 90 seconds to go now. Lands a strike now from the bottom. Nice work there by Poirier. All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. Oh, he's got the knee on the belly. Could be trouble defensively. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. Flush right hand is true.
Now he's attacking the triangle.
Triangle looks pretty tight, DC. I'm no Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, but maybe not good here.
No, it looks like it's getting in deep.
Watch triangle, watch triangle. There he is. He's moving to the finishing position. Now watch it go. Now he's okay. Now he can escape.
Nice hammer fist. 10 minutes in the books.
Take a deep breath. Beautiful round. We got 5 more you're doing. Let's keep those hands.
He might get a finish here.
He needs to push the arm to the side, get his head against the mat. Now watch, as he goes to the finish, watch his chest go to the mat.
Last round, guys.
He
You
goes
ready?
flat,
You ready?
all weight to his opponent. He didn't like that left hand.
He's got him hurt here. Oh! Oh, he might be out. Back and forth we go. Oh! Well, how about this striking display tonight as he lands yet another knee right there. Several have already landed in this round, and you can see they're really starting to take their toll on the opposition at this point in the fight. Takedown here, he gets it. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. Close guard. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
I love watching this guy move on the ground. Another nice transition there.
Such a high-level grappler. You don't see that very often. And now he has a headlock trying to pin his opponent's back down flat onto the mat. Look from the transition to an arm triangle to try to chase the finish. Watch triangle, watch triangle. Oh, man, that was slick.
All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
Well, he's in a compromising spot here, DC. You got to figure out a way to get back to your feet. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
All right, great position for him here. He's got the full mount. See if he can get that ground and pound going.
Oh, he's got to get it going, but he can't rush. A lot of times, guys get in the full mount and they rush, they get nervous. They're like, oh my goodness, I'm winning. Reality is, you're winning, but it can change in a matter of seconds because then they can...
Setting up a sub here.
Gotta be careful, armbar.
Continuing to try to manipulate the head here.
Now he falls back into the finishing position.
And there it is!
Oh my goodness!
Absolutely incredible submission victory for him here late in the fight, and that can be hard after several rounds of fighting. You're fatigued, a lot of clinch work, which is exhausting. The technique sometimes can suffer. It did not suffer for him here tonight. All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
He does a great job of staying patient. He doesn't rush or panic. You are never safe when you're fighting this guy. You're in a lot of trouble. You're in a lot of trouble the entire time when you're this good in the submissions.
So there he is, your winner by submission. That is a finish they will likely be talking about for some time. Big win, major statement made to the rest of this division.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Bergliata calls a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 20 seconds of the third round. Declaring the winner by submission due to an armbar, Ilia Topuria!
All right, so what a performance by this young man here tonight as he gets the win by way of submission. He certainly put a lot of stock into getting the finish tonight, and he did just that. Congratulations.
It was a very tough fight, but he knew that if he did everything right, he can get to his position, which is the ground, and he would be able to find a finish